What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today I'm excited to unbox the brand new Samsung Tab S7 Plus. There is also a smaller Tab S7 which also looks sweet, but I'm sure this is going to be the one that you want. Since the iPad Pro is arguably regarded the best tablet out right now, let's compare them on features and talk about what Samsung did with the Tab S7 Plus to make it the best Android tablet pretty much ever. First, let's do the unboxing. The packaging is clean and minimal. There's a colorful preview on the front. You are greeted with the tablet right off of the bat. We will put that aside and we'll see what else comes with it. First, it comes included with the adaptive fast charger, but it does have support for the 45-watt fast charging brick that you can buy separately if you want to top up super quick. You get a SIM card removal tool because there is a 5G version of this tablet, which is an incredible feature. Inside, you get some bathroom reading, the quick start guide, and some warranty information. Next, you get the standard USB to USB-C cable, and what I love the most is that you get the new and improved S Pen right in the box, so you don't have to buy this as a separate accessory like you have to with the iPad Pro. I do also have the keyboard case here, which I'm excited about. After taking it out of the packaging, I noticed immediate improvements to the keyboard and trackpad, which we'll get into a little bit later. First impression after taking this out of the sleeve is just how light and thin the S7 Plus is. The build quality and feel is very similar to the iPad Pro. It feels very premium and the metal looks fantastic. The back has an interesting strip lining up with the dual camera system. This is where the pen wirelessly charges inside of the keyboard case. I actually like this because it's distinctive. It kind of reminds me of that Nexus 6P visor without the bump. Here is what the 11-inch and 12.9-inch iPad Pro look like next to it. I wanted to compare these because I think if you're looking for an alternative to the iPad Pro, this is literally the best there is. They both have fantastic displays, but different sizes and aspect ratios. The Tab S7 Plus has a 12.4-inch 2800 by 1752 Super AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. This matches the ProMotion display on the iPad. I'm a huge fan of this faster refresh, especially on these bigger screens. Everything feels extremely smooth, even though my 24 frames per second video does not reflect this. Samsung never disappoints with their incredible screens, and this is no exception. Colors are vibrant, content looks sharp, and it's an awesome experience. You can see they both display content differently. Vertically, you'll see more information with the Tab S7 Plus, where in landscape, you will see more information with the iPad Pro. So let me know which aspect ratio that you prefer. Audio is also important, and that's one of the reasons why I love the iPad Pro because of its quad speaker system. So I'm super glad that Samsung also has a quad speaker system on the Tab S7 Plus. Sound is tuned by AKG, so it's legit. When you combine the power of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus with 8GB of RAM, you no longer have to worry about horsepower. This thing is snappy and also has silky smooth gaming. So no more worrying about if you're getting a less than flagship processor. You get the best that you can get with the Tab S7 Plus. They both have cellular connectivity, but the Tab S7 Plus has a model where you can get 5G connectivity, which is going to be awesome for those who need a fast connection on the go. And you also get a micro SD card slot so you can add up to 1TB of storage. This is a huge win for cheap storage if you need more than the 256GB that it comes with. There is a large 10,090 mAh battery in the Tab S7 Plus, so it should get very similar battery life as the iPad Pro 12.9-inch. There's also a nice camera setup on the back. You get a 13 megapixel main sensor and a 5 megapixel ultra wide and a flash. The iPad Pro also has one of the best camera systems on the tablet, along with a main and ultra wide. It does have LiDAR for AR applications, so it does have an extra sensor. The Tab S7 Plus has an 8 megapixel front facing camera and has the placement up top, which is nice. This makes things easier for video calls when you're in landscape, so a lot of people like this positioning. The iPad has its front-facing camera placement on the side or the top if you're holding it vertically, so this makes video calls easier in portrait mode. It's all personal preference, so let me know which one that you think is in the best position. Both of these tablets have facial recognition for unlocking. The iPad Pro does have the more secure facial recognition method with Face ID, but that's the only way of authenticating besides the passcode. But the Tab S7 Plus has also an in-display fingerprint scanner, which I find to be useful, so you do have choices when it comes to the Samsung tablet. They both have great keyboard cases and both have trackpads to make it more like a laptop experience when you need to get some work done. The iPad has this cool floating design with the USB-C port on the side, which I really like. The keyboard is backlit. The keys are nice and tactile, and the trackpad is really responsive, but the downside is there are no function keys, it's heavy, and it makes the iPad a bit bulky. The Tab S7 Plus book cover keyboard does add some bulk as well, but it's way more compact, and it's nowhere near as heavy as the iPad, and it's got a very nice leather type texture to it, which gives it a much better resistance against fingerprints. This case is a two-part case, and it might be a little weird at first, but it does have its benefits. There is a magnetic back part that connects, and what I like about this is that when you don't need the keyboard, this protects the back of the tablet. There's a kickstand too that's built in so you can watch your content easily, and it's nice and rigid so it can go almost all the way flat, so it's a perfect angle for using the S Pen. There is a hump here which holds the pen and wirelessly charges it. It's all personal preference because I know some like the way that the iPad magnetically attaches the pen to the top of the tablet, and I do too, but this way the S Pen is more secure. The second part is the keyboard, which you attach, and now you can close it using it more like a folio case. The keyboard itself is nice, the keys are tactile, and this is a huge improvement from the rounded keys on the Tab S6 keyboard in my opinion. Also, the trackpad is bigger, so I feel like this is a major step up. Plus, there are dedicated function keys, so this feels more like a laptop experience, but I do wish the keys were backlit. That's the only disappointment that I have here. The iPad does feel more like a laptop as well with iOS 13 and 14, but the look and feel is pretty much the same. But what I love about the Tab S7 Plus is DeX. When you launch into this, you get a more of a Chromebook or Windows type experience, and I think this makes the tablet more like a 2-in-1. You can minimize the windows, you can split the screen for multitasking, you have a file manager, plus you have access to all of the Android apps, so I think for a lot of people, this will be very useful. And what's absolutely next level is that you don't even need a cable anymore if you want to get some work done and need a larger canvas. Just hit that button and wirelessly cast your entire desktop to the best and biggest display, and that is your TV. This is using Miracast, so if your display is Miracast compatible, it should work flawlessly. This takes all the guessing out of it, and I'm absolutely behind wireless DeX. This is fantastic for productivity, presentations, and much more. When it comes to software, the Tab S7 Plus is running Android 10 and it's a familiar experience, but the iPad Pro has the upper hand in software when it comes to optimized apps and choices in apps. This is not a Samsung limitation, but an Android one. I think Samsung has done a great job with Android shortcomings, like multitasking. It's super easy through this quick panel. You can just easily tap or drag to split screen view, or even add a third app if I need to, so that's cool, where the iPad has this floating app multitasking, and it's easy to move to either side, but it's also easy to split the view as well, so they're both very capable. But it all depends on the quality of apps and the app development, and the iPad really can't be beat for that, plus you will probably get more OS updates with the iPad. When it comes closer to time of the Tab S7 Plus release, I'll do a full review of the Tab S7 Plus. The note-taking experience is really cool with being able to add voice notes within written notes. The S Pen feels nice. It does have a softer tip, so it doesn't feel as hard as the Apple Pencil, so this might get some getting used to. But the reduced latency is awesome. I think you'll love the pen experience. I need to spend more time with this tablet before I can give you my full thoughts. The price is $899 and comes in $100 cheaper than the 12.9-inch iPad Pro with less storage. So if you get equivalent storage, you're looking at $200 more, and you get the pen inside of the box, so that is definitely something to think about. I think Samsung did a great job of raising the bar for Android tablets, and there's no doubt that this is the best you can get if you want Android instead of iOS. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll leave a link to more information about the tablet down below. Subscribe for a full review after I've had some more time with it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.